wait. The steam hisses and covers us in a translucent fog. The mist airbrushes my stomach wrinkles, and the voices in my head are quiet. It's peaceful in here, a rainforest without the forest. Okay, maybe it's just a tad too warm. Just a tad, but I'm hoping. The two other women stand and stretch. Before leaving, they turn on a hose and spray off the bench for the next guest. Wow, I think. What a nice country. Auf Wiedersehen, they shout. Auf Wiedersehen, I respond. I'm one of the crowd now. No one would ever guess I'm an American. I'm just another naked frau out for a steam. It feels so luxurious in here, so decadent being in this huge steam room all by myself. But you know, it's warm, very warm. Some might say hot, boiling hot. Jesus, I gotta get out of here. I teeter toward the exit, and just as I reach the door, two barrel-chested men barge into the steam room. Guten Morgen, they shout. Guten Morgen, I say. Now what? If I remain standing, I'm fully exposed. So I sit down. I cross my arms and my legs, hiding my private parts by turning myself into a human pretzel. I'm sweating like a schwein. If I don't get out of here, I'm going to faint. Shit. Worse than having these two guys seeing me naked in a steam bath would be to wake up in a German Krankenwagen with nothing on. Or what if I die? What if I die from the heat? And I end up in a naked morgue with a coroner making snide comments about my lack of muscle tone. Enough. Just as I'm about to flee, I remember that I'm obliged to spray off the goddamn bench. I grab the hose and I turn on the faucet, but the hose flies out of my hand and sprays one of the men in the face with cold water. He yells. The hose, which has a life of its own, writhes on the mosaic tiles like a snake in an Indiana Jones movie. I hit the floor and crawl around, buck naked, wrestling with the hose as it jerks up and down. So much for dignity. I slide back toward the faucet. As I turn off the water, I hear the men muttering something about foreigners. There goes the neighborhood, I imagine them saying. I do not spray off my feet, and I do not shout out a cheerful Auf Wiedersehen as I'm leaving. I lean against the cool tiles of the shower area outside of the steam room, gulping at the fresh air for just a second. Just a second, I forget that I'm naked. I notice my skin is as soft as a baby's behind. A middle-aged baby? But okay, I'll take it. I'm at home in the German farmhouse, even though deep down inside I still feel slightly embarrassed and very, very American when I enter the land of the unclothed. I've stopped staring at penises and chasing poses. I don't know why the naked sauna was such a big deal for me in the first place. No one stares, no one cares, because naked, we all look pretty much the same. Vulnerable, fragile, and flawed. Every so often I run into one of the gorgeous people, a Sting look-alike, or a supermodel, or a champion figure skater. We avoid eye contact and sit together and sweat. German or American, or anything else, we all carry the weight of our nakedness. Light as a feather, heavy as the past. Maybe it's a burden worth sharing. Get naked, mommy. Yes, why not? Thank you very much. So that's from my most recent book, which feels a lot with the